I am so sorry. So I got busy talking with my husband. I completely forgot to turn the camera back on and do this video. So here we are. My name is Renee Owens, and this is my channel, and we are testing this wonderful gift of Da Vinci paint samples. Although that's quite a bit more than a sample. That's almost a full palette. So I did, in my last video, I did a Da Vinci flower. So, ow, and that's on mixed media paper. I keep bumping my elbow. And this time I'm using this, I can't flip and show you now, this watercolor paper that I think is cellulose, but it's still watercolor paper. It has 300 GSM, 140 pound. It's nice and thick. It has a good resist to the water. The paint's just sitting on top. You can already see the paint's granulating, which it did not do on that paper over there. And so we've already done the red and the red. And now we are going to do, so I just made the shape using this glass bauble I have. And if you don't know me, I love to collect little random glass and gemstone baubles. So I just traced that here in a pattern, and now I'm going to paint each one with water. You can't see that because the lighting's bad, but we do have a fix coming for that. I am planning on getting a light box next year. So that's the size of my desk where I can actually sit my stuff in the light box and paint with nice clarity. But that's next year. This year we're doing with what we got. So we've got a couple more card payments to pay off, and that'll free up some of our funding. It's really eating a huge chunk of our income. But you know, you need a car to get to work, or at least my husband does. So anyway, I noticed there's a pink tint to this water. I hope it doesn't mess up with the paint we're using, but we will see. So I'm going to grab some of this yellow, which is like fluorescent, nice and beautiful and bright. It's noticeable to me. It might not be noticeable to you, but this paint's now turning a little bit orange. But who cares? This is a sample card, right? So there we go. And I hate that I'm just like wasting that paint, but I've learned that they keep their paint, and now that I don't have cheap paint, I'm going to start keeping it and using it as a secondary color. So we're going to grab this orange, and I know there's a hair. So guys, we have cats, and anyone who's a pet owner will tell you the hair is unmanageable. They can't help it. It's just part of who they are. So there we go. There's that yellow. And I should look these up. I probably will look these up and label them later. So now we've got to wait for all that to dry. And while we wait for it to dry, we are going to start the other side. So I want to swatch this in two ways. I want to swatch it with the solid color right there. And then, I forgot to mark it, but oh well. I'm going to swatch it in a rainbow. And I know that's a weird thing to do, so what I mean is that I'm going to just go across it with water one way. And then I am going to go across that with the color. So we're going to start with the red we started with and get a little glob of paint. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, not really 6, but we'll just do it here. And I love how that's just bleeding onto the paper. We're going to grab the next color here. It's beautiful. I shouldn't have done it that way, but I think I'm just loving the mixing of it. Orange. And then I want to, after it dries, go this way with the color, just to see what happens when you just blend over it as a kind of test. Get some yellow. some mighty colored red water over there. And this blue, which just looks like a cobalt. I really need to get the paper glued down. This is a lot. Wow. It's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful, folks. I'm going to try to get as much of that paint out of that brush before rinsing it. So I have the skull jar, and I know there's some hot glue in the bottom, so I'm going to wash it out really well. And then I think I'm going to start dumping my paint water in here and letting it dry out so that I can do the trick that Diane uses and allowing it to become its own paint. I'll be sure not to fix my metallics and graphic paint in there. I'll probably find another one for that. So, yep, collecting these skull jars is going to be the thing now. That's just amazing. Look at that. Look how they just run, and look how bright and bold those colors are. And if I would have pinned it down like I should have, like I did on that side, I had to do that side because the book kept opening. It probably wouldn't have run so much. Live and learn. In fact, I'm wondering what would happen if I just glued the edge or taped the edge and then peeled them up when I changed paper. Like, that would work, right? Like, you just put some painter's tape along the edge. Anyway, Swatch book it is. That's really pretty. I had other ideas how to do this. I was going to do that one where people swatch this way and then do each dot. But I really wanted to see the gradation of colors as it ran together, rather than being so controlled. I'm going to rinse this real quick. Rinse again. You can almost forget that yellow happened in the middle because it's just like gone. I'm going to turn on a fan to hasten this drying time. Oh. My fan has decided it no longer works. What? Well, we'll just do this. Old-fashioned. Let's see. Clipboard will work. Man, that's so beautiful. Thank you, Diane. It's just amazing. Amazing the difference good quality paint makes. I don't know why I didn't, like, save up and buy some. Or why didn't I just buy the right kind in the first place. So, we're just gonna sit here, I suppose. So what are you working on? Whew, that was almost a disaster. It's getting close. So I have the problem that it's very jagged edged. So, like, I don't know how to fix that. I think too, another thing I'll do is put something in between here, like a piece of wax paper, so that way it doesn't bleed onto the next page. Because that's kind of sad that I've already ruined my next page. Yep. And I really wish it would dry. It's really hot in here. It should dry. But it's not. So I'm going to go ahead and sign my name. And we're going to look up the colors real quick. So Vinci paints. Okay, so I think I found it. It says, so we're going to move this out of the way real quick. This top palette looks like it's that, is it that bright color? That's more of a magenta. Oh, that can't be it. And that one has green. Oh, that looks like that's it, maybe. Is that a terracotta? Does that look like terracotta to you? It's a really red color. Venetian red. That looks like Venetian red to me. Impression blue. And ochre, yellow ochre. But this one is, can't be terracotta, it's too bright. Okay, I think I know what this one is. I think. So I think this red is it's having a really hard time writing on this paper. Great. Scott. Q red, which would make this orangey color. And my spelling sucks. This has got to be this one. So I think that's the color, so I'm going to type that out over here. There we go. Is it dry yet? No, it's not dry yet. We're going to try. We're going to really try this right here and not getting them mixed up, because I don't want these colors mixed up over here. So we're going to try really hard not to get them mixed up. I will get some music next time, guys. I am not on the computer I tend to do this on, and I need to set that computer back up. So we are doing this on my work computer, which doesn't have all that bells and whistles and stuff, just has a simple recording. So we will eventually be on a computer that is set up with music and all the jazz that goes with that. So our next video, we'll be using these colors to do a landscape. I don't know what next week's challenge will be. And yeah, I think that's beautiful. I think I got the colors right. And thank you so much for watching this long, boring video. Once again, I got these paints from Diane Zimmerman. She runs the group in the website Watercolors Beginners and Beyond, and she has a beautiful story of how she became an artist, and I encourage you to go find the group and go check that out. My cat found a ball. So she gifted me these paints, and I generously gifted me the paints, and now I won't be working with really dull colors and frustrated. But this is my sample book, and so I will be doing one of these a week when I start the new set, and we start the new challenge. So I hope today's challenge has been announced. So the challenges run week to week, so they stop on Friday and they begin on Friday. So you can technically do 2 challenges on a Friday and skip a whole week, or you could do them daily. You can enter as many times as you want, and there's usually a good prize. I believe this week's challenge is landscape, and the prize is some watercolor classes, which is important if you want to do this regularly. So anyway, my name is Renee Owens, and thank you for looking at the channel, and we will eventually get into the studio and have a nice setup with a good clear, because I see this is not clear. Can you see how it's not wanting to focus? Yeah, I need better camera equipment in due time. So thank you for joining the channel. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe for more videos.